Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check White. Stay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. You talk about this Miami defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
33, yellow.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. It leads to a 1st down. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Warren diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
11, Thomas. Check. 11. 180.
Burrow will throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
12. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Can.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to launch it for Washington. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Malik Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me,
does the big boy have the juice? And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darnell Washington, 65 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7.
Dolphins 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Off to Thomas on the left side. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. You look at this Steeler defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now Burrow. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
12. Let's get set.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Malik Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it as we resume action.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch it. Sit. Claws red. White. Drill green. Smash red. Hut.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Touchdown! Malik Neighbors, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word, if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
11. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass.
Throw caught by Ochan.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. It came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
11 Thomas. 11 MT, Tate.
Brings up
11,
third
12, 12,
and
12.
1.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
MT. 11. Hey, can. 12. 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ocho. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Dolphins take over first and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm on quarterback Smokey and the Bandit Lair. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
12. 11.
On second and 10, Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane.
And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
That's caught. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Blue striker.
The slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He sets to fire deep.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Ready.
And the Steeler first
60
down.
red. 60 red.
Slot man moves right. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Set. Green jack. 50. Green. Steel. Black.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Blue 32. White. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go. Yellow. Drill green. Blaster. 6. Set.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Dolphins first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and
Here we
10
go.
at the 31-yard line.
White 80. What is that? 11 MT. Tate. 11 MT.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Black dot.
Back to throw.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Escapes the defender. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Burrow will throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I'm going to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here we go.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
60 red. 60 red. Claws red. Green jack. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Malik Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Dolphins 30. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Hey, can.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
11 mighty.
Burrow on play action. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. Take. 11.
Now Burrow. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Turbo cut. 11 MT.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they meant.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Speed comes off the edge there, Charles, from the end, and he blindsides him.
And the guy who's supposed to protect the quarterback, maybe the highest paid guy on the offensive line, the left tackle, hard to deal with there. Defensive end had too much speed and got to him.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
13 yards on the play. And the Dolphins, first down.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
31-yard line.
That last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
180.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
11 empty. Stop. 180. Raise high. 11 Thomas. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's good for a
11
Dolphins.
empty.
First down.
11 empty. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Raise high. Hot. 12. 11 mighty. 12. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope.
And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready, set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling.
The 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 65 yards. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Washington now brings this out. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
11. Just set. 11. Ready. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's a toss left for Achane.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Here we go. 11 MT. Ready. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Another miss.
Still on his feet.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Set. Ready. Black. 95. Hut.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Well, I'm so confused, Charles. So they accepted that penalty, but that gives the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, I'm checking my ears too, Brandon, because you and I both had to have heard that wrong, right? You get the turnover, but then you decline it.
Darnell Washington.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Dolphins 39. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
13 yards on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
Now it's Burrow. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Here's Burrow. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
Here we go.
Dolphins first down.
First
and 10 at the 34-yard line.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
11 mighty. 180. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11 Thomas. 12. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. And Xavier Worthy, 33 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they want it.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, 60 yards. And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And Xavier Worthy with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Here we go.
Throwing, Burrow.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Dolphins 53.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Handoff for Warren.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, but that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Steelers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans.